Okay, I posted this yesterday, but apparently it was too long, so I'm making a new version. Um, I wanted to thank everybody who's subscribed to my videos and apologize for the lateness of this video. But we had extenuating circumstances. We moved and I got sick and all that. But I'm feeling better now, so I'm glad to be back making videos and stuff. Um, so this first video that I want to do is talking about the first of the 13 principles of Wiccan belief. The first principle states, we practice rites to attune ourselves with the natural rhythm of life forces, marked by the phases of the moon and the seasonal quarters and cross quarters. That's covering a couple different subjects. The first one is the moon phases, which are waxing, full, and waning. Waxing means the moon getting larger. Full is obviously the full moon, and the waning moon is that moon getting smaller. There's a couple different aspects of why we consider this to be so connected to femininity in the goddess. And that is, well, first of all, there's 3 phases to a woman's life that kind of coincide with those, and that's maiden, mother, and crone. And I'll talk about those a little bit more later when I talk about the goddess. And then there's also a woman's fertility cycle will mimic the cycle of the moon. Every 28 days we have a cycle. Most women have a cycle. And there's a full moon every 28 days. As for the seasonal quarters and cross quarters, that is referring to the sabbats. There are 8 of them. There are 4 which are quarters, which are the changing of the seasons. And then there's 4 which are cross quarters, which mark the halfway points. The first one is Samhain. It's usually centered around October 31st, although depending on the tradition. It's November 1st or November 2nd as well. There's quite a few different pagan traditions that celebrate the dead. Samhain is the Celtic word for summer's end. Then there's Yule, otherwise called Saturnalia, usually between the 20th and the 23rd. That's winter solstice. Then there's Feast of Briod, or Imbolc, or Candlemas, depending on what you like. That's February 2nd. Then there's Ostara. Ostara, otherwise known as the vernal equinox, is March 20th. There's Beltane, which is May 1st, one of my favorite holidays, which I'll talk about later. Also called May Day. And then there's Letha, otherwise called Midsummer or Summer Solstice, which is between June 20th and 23rd. Also a great holiday for me because I was born on the 20th. Lammas. It's usually either July 31st or August 1st. And then there's Mabon, which is Wiccan Thanksgiving. And this one is usually on the 21st or 22nd of September. So that's a rundown of the Wiccan holidays. I'm going to go into more detail about all these holidays and do a video on each, hopefully coinciding with those holidays. So look for my Yule Sabbat video around Yule. Yay! And if anybody has any questions or posts are fine. I would like, if you're going to put criticism, that you do constructive criticism and things like that. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me questions. I'll try to answer them. Anyway, I hope you all have a nice evening, and blessed be.